Howdy, folks. Alright, so it is here. Been waiting for this one for a little while. We have the Super Suits variant summons, variant event. Looks pretty cool. Haven't played any boards yet, but you can see the enemies in all of them, and it takes 5 coins for one summon. So by the time you work your way through the 15 stages, it looks like there will be enough for 2 free pulls, so that's a good thing. A legendary and an epic skill book, that's a great thing too. Plus you get the extra crates of food. And as always, the trainer heroes help, so that's good. So, I can't remember in the costume event in Empires and Puzzles if they gave out the crates of food and trainers at the time I was playing it. So this looks a little bit different to me that way. But still good nonetheless. Alright, so let's take a look at these. I just kind of finished reading through them, and a lot of the variant costumes look very good for a lot of different reasons. This bonus is great to add some staying power, if you will, to the vanillas that we have on our teams. With this bonus, they get a lot all around added. So attack bonus 7%, defense bonus 7%, health bonus 12, and a charge bonus of 5. So that is on the stats of the hero, regardless if you use the super suit or not, which is a good thing. So you have to totally level it up though, which is understandable. It costs a lot less in resources and promo mats if it follows the Empires and Puzzles format, of course, which I think it will. I just haven't tried any pulls or started to level a costume. This just got here like 20 minutes ago. I'm gonna try with my Lake account though. I got really close to 3,000 thanks to the buy the gold for the team. And I just missed doing a 10 pull on Monster Island, so I think I could probably do it here. Which will be good because I got mostly vanilla heroes over there anyway that need some boosts. Alright, so when you actually look at her special, 465 damage to the target, that's some good output there. And this is where people are going to want this one. Target gets minus 48 defense against blue for 3 turns. How cool is that? So she just became a good part of my War Machine team, if I can ever land this costume. I doubt it though. The other thing is you should get the hero with the costume, so if you don't have the hero yet, woohoo! If you do have the hero, then unfortunately it is an extra copy, but it makes no sense to give out like the suit without the hero coming with it. So remember when they first introduced that in Empires and Puzzles, they didn't give you the hero, and meanwhile like what good is the costume gonna do? So they should follow that format here. Alright, now Powell, I think he's generally ignored for because he's slow speed and that. He does hit hard. And in the right circumstances, he has synergy, but considering all the other greens out there, I think most people pass him up. And it looks so corny that he's holding a skateboard right now. Hilarious. With that look on his face, too. Alright, so 175 damage to all enemies this time. So he switched from an AoE hitter that covers 3 to covering everyone. All allies regenerate 399 HP over 3 turns. How cool is that? That he heals everybody. And this is where people are going to like him and probably use this costume quite a bit. All allies get 38 charge damage for 3 turns. Now, they also switch classes too, so he'd be a medic when the super suit's equipped. Same with Lillian here, she's recon. And I believe she is sentry normally, so keep that in mind too, that you have some more variety with the emblem quests now too, if you're short on emblem or short on heroes to take in for those certain quests, because I really am in my alt account. It's just it doesn't have hero variety with some of these classes. It's really awful, so actually this should probably help me out. So she becomes a sharpshooter. Maybe Lillian sharpshooter. I don't know. I'm just trying to go by memory here. But yeah. So keep that in mind. That's just a nice extra little bonus. I like the looks of a lot of these costumes too. So they turn this lady into a ninja. 245 damage to the target and nearby enemies. So that's very similar to her special, but they changed the second part of it here. So instead of stealing charge, the caster and nearby allies get 38% charge generation for 3 turns. So she's going to help speed everybody up. Well, 3 out of the 5 up. So that's very interesting. I don't know. I love the heroes that mess up the charge and that sort of thing. So I don't know how often I'd equip the costume or super suit, whatever. There's a lot of EMP lingo coming in to this video now. But that's handy to have too, the 38% charge generation. And regardless, I'd certainly level the costume, no problem, because want to get these bonuses added in to the hero. So I like the looks of this costume too, and he's got I can't believe this. This is a really cool one actually. So is he medic normally and now he's support? I don't know, I never put talents on him. Removes buffs from all enemies. That is so needed in the game. So they've done that with a couple of heroes here, which is awesome. It's awesome to see more buffed spellers. Something that was really needed. Recovers 340 health for all allies, and all enemies become unaffected by dodge bonuses for 3 turns. How interesting is that? So yep, excellent suit. Absolutely, for sure. Stinger. 425% damage to the target. That's awesome. That's good. And she's now a warfighter, eh? There's a ton of great warfighters. Reduces the charge of the target by 20%. That is super handy. She still does heal the caster for 40% of damage dealt. That's fantastic. And she's going to clear status ailments from herself as well. So they really buffed up her sustainability, that's for sure. Which is great. She was already the best vanilla 5-star yellow anyway, so this is nice to see. Good costume for her. And this guy just became handy, because he certainly wasn't before. 365 damage to the target. Fantastic. So he actually does target or damage up front on the target instead of the delayed attack, which is just fantastic compared to that before. That was one of the worst specials in the game. The target gets silence for 3 turns. Well, that's handy dandy. Look at that. We got a silencer that is a vanilla hero. So that's cool. Yeah, and he goes to assault class. I don't even know what he was before. I don't even think I leveled one in my lake account. So if I get this costume, I'll get the hero and I'll certainly level him. That's for sure. I haven't used him in months in this account. I don't even know what it is. What is I would never put talents on him. Emblems on him in the first place anyway. So this one gets a little bit different too. She isn't a status ailment clearer anymore, but she does give resistance to any new status ailments. So I don't know, that's kind of unfortunate to be honest, because that was one of the best attributes really is, hey, you got a cleanser that you can take in, and now she no longer cleanses, so kind of sucky there. All allies get 342 armor over 3 turns. I don't I don't know that I honestly see this as very good. I really don't. I it could work out in some situations for sure, but the thing that I really used her for the most was the cleansing. So, yeah, that's different. And I believe she's medic, so she's engineer class. So she would get that minion if kind of help her survivability as well. And this Edge just doesn't want to see in his face, I guess. So he always stays masked up. This is kind of a silly costume. It makes me laugh, but 190 damage to all enemies. It's a good special on it though. All allies share received damage. How sweet is that? With each other for 3 turns. Does not apply to status effects. And then I just the all enemies get 144 defense for 4 turns. That's awesome. That is really awesome. So I can certainly see him coming back into play for the tourneys and that on defense for sure once people get the suit leveled. 215 damage to all enemies, so this one's not bad either. And he changes to Sentry class from Demolitions. All enemies get minus 29 defense for 4 turns, so there it is again, coming into play. All allies get 46 attack, and a further 17% increase every time they are hit during 4 turns. So that is along the same lines of Holden there. This effect can stack up to 131% attack. There you go. Wow, that's a good one too. I never even leveled Vigo in this account. I did, however, in my alt account. So, and he comes into play quite often in my alt account with all those overpowered yellow tanks right now. Okay, so he's got a good one too. This dude was neutered so badly. They really gutted the character so much when they nerfed him. Like, it was a deep, deep cut. So I'm not sure what his emblem class is, because I would never put emblems on him. But he turns to assault. So if you have emblems on him, keep that in mind. Deals 295% damage to the target and nearby enemies. So that's good. That's good output for a vanilla hero. The target and nearby enemies get minus 28 charge generation for 3 turns. So it hits the enemies instead of him buffing up himself and the 2 beside him. And that's cool. That works too, because then they're not going to be hitting your team. So that's great. Removes buffs from the target and nearby enemies. That's what we need right there too. Good to see them work that in. Really good to see that. Oh, and that's it. Okay. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. So hopefully next month they release a couple more, and then they'll keep doing that until all of them are covered. So that's pretty awesome. Okay. Well, I'm going to go into just the first stage here and just see what this is all about. So this was a Bridget stage, so I got a couple greens on my team. I'll go with this. This will be really easy. Oh, there's only 2 waves? Oh, interesting. I didn't remember it being so short from Empires and Puzzles. That was super easy. Wow. Okay, so I'm probably gonna just autoplay through a lot of this. Use for free summons and 5 coins. So this is the only place we're gonna get it right now too. Is just from the variant events. Interesting. Hopefully later on, like, they add it to, I don't know, Veterans Loot or the Path of Valor as well. Not that I buy the Path of Valor, but alright, so this is good to see. It would be a good addition for sure, and this event would probably be one of the reasons why they have not nerfed any of the overpowered Season 2 heroes yet. So I think some of these super suits can be a counter to them, which is good to see. Vigo might come into play more too, right? With the special he's got on him. So for everybody getting frustrated with the overpowered heroes out there that need some nerfs, maybe you'll land a costume or two and you'll have something to counter with. So, okay, folks, and this is good to see. So hopefully it goes well for all of you and you can land yourself some of these suits. They look good. Take care.